A boy stood in front of a calendar, marking off another day as he anticipated the coming of a very specific date of the month, his birthday. The boy excitedly ran to his parents, reminding them of the day that he turned 10. He has been continuously asking for a large party and a new bike. He knew that if they'd grant him these wishes, his classmates would all be in attendance. He would smile as he saw the subtle envy in their eyes, while he blew out the birthday candles on his huge birthday cake. He would be the most popular kid in class. He would be happy. The same boy, now 16, stood at the bus stop as he saw his friend drive by in a brand new car that their parents had bought them. He got home and asked his dad when he would be getting a car of his own. His parents confronted him with the fact that they simply cannot afford a new car, but he's welcome to take the family car when it's not in use. Struggling with a profound feeling of discontent, the young teen spent the lengthy summer immersed in various unusual jobs. Cut off from his friends and social events, he was driven by a single goal: to amass a considerable sum of money. His eyes were set on one prize: owning a car. He believed that having his own vehicle would mean no more bus rides to school, and ultimately, he would be happy. The young man, now 23, looks out the window of his high-rise office building down on the streets below. He looks down at the pedestrians of the busy city he inhabits. He scoffs at the idea that they're all pathetic cogs working for a bigger machine that treated them like numbers on a graph. He hated what he perceived as the meaninglessness of his job and everyone else who was indirectly forced to participate in a capitalist society. Just like every day, he was excited for the day to be over. His thoughts were interrupted by his boss dumping another stack of files on his desk with a sharp reminder of his deadlines. If only he could quit his job and be his own boss. He wouldn't have a hard time finding the reason and would get up in the mornings. He would be happy. Why the happiest people do not chase happiness. Several years have passed, and the man is now the head of his own company. The connections he built from his old job allowed him to round up a team that he built his startup with. The company had its ups and downs, but he persevered because the thirst for more was never quenched. His business became one of the biggest in the industry, earning him a constant flow of money, more than he knew what to do with. He can now afford everything he set his mind to. However, every night he comes home to a luxurious but empty apartment. He did try to invite co-workers over for some drinks, but they all refused. "Sorry man, I have to get home early, it's my son's birthday." He looked around at the well-decorated walls. They were adorned by several expensive paintings, but no portraits of people that he could call family. In his years of working, he had cut off contact with any of his friends that he did not directly work with. He didn't have the time to form relationships that did not contribute to his bottom line. He wondered what it felt like to have people who loved him for him as a person, not for his money, not for his status. Had he dedicated just a bit more time beyond his office hours, he might have found someone to warmly welcome and tenderly peck on the cheek upon his return each evening. He would be happy. We frequently find ourselves on an unending hunt for pleasure. We look for contentment in transient moments and external interests. It's an endeavor colored with society conventions and individual goals. It's a never-ending race with a constantly moving finish line. We think fleeting moments of happiness are the secret to everlasting satisfaction. We find ourselves running after them. Yet as we relentlessly pursue these fleeting pleasures, they morph into mere fragments of satisfaction. They slip through our grasp like sand in an hourglass. Do you feel like the more you chase, the more the horizon of happiness seems to recede? It leaves you breathless, yearning for something just beyond your reach. Happiness frequently appears as the default objective while attempting to determine the meaning of our lives. It serves as the lighthouse that directs our deeds, goals, and pursuits. However, how can we get happiness without pursuing it non-stop? Chasing happiness, akin to staring at the sun, holds a poignant truth. The more directly we pursue it, the more elusive it seems to become. Henry Sidgwick, a prominent Victorian-era philosopher, delved into this paradox in his book, The Method of Ethics. He unraveled the complexities of seeking happiness as a singular goal. Sidgwick's exploration unveils a paradoxical conundrum. The fervent pursuit of happiness often leads to dissatisfaction. It also causes a pervasive sense of a lack of fulfillment. His argument contends that the direct pursuit of happiness as a primary objective might inadvertently render it more challenging to achieve. Instead, happiness is more likely to manifest as a byproduct of engaging in meaningful and purposeful endeavors. Try to remember the last time you gave substantial energy in excelling at your job, driven by the desire for a significant promotion. In this relentless pursuit, did you overlook the invaluable skills acquired along the way? Did you neglect essential aspects of your life, inadvertently alienating cherished relationships? Did your fixation on the end goal impede on your ability to relish the journey itself? We frequently chase monumental aspirations, believing that they will usher in the ultimate happiness. Yet, what if these aspirations fall short of delivering the contentment that we've envisioned? What if our expectations are just premeditated disappointments? This revelation prompts profound introspection into fulfillment's nature. It also raises the question, what lies beyond the pursuit of happiness? Maybe it's not just about chasing happiness all the time. It's more about accepting all the different aspects that make up being human. Happiness happens naturally when we really get into moments that matter, when we connect with people, do good things, and feel like what we're doing means something. Sidgwick's contemplation underscores the importance of balance. It also highlights that the pursuit of happiness should not overshadow the richness of the journey itself. Happiness, then, becomes less of a destination and more of a companion of the intricate voyage of life. It's a subtle presence discovered amidst the diverse landscape of emotions, experiences, and connections that make up the human experience. A paradoxical strategy is promoted by philosophers, giving up on happiness as a goal in and of itself. Rather, concentrate on occupations and activities that provide life fullness, meaning, and purpose. This change requires adopting a holistic view of well-being. It goes beyond the pursuit of pleasure alone. It takes into account meaningful relationships, personal development, and contributions to the larger good. Think back to the person at the beginning of this video, the one who is trying to create a profitable business. What if he took a different approach? What if he took pleasure in the routine task of giving friends a job rather than obsessing over the goal of becoming a successful CEO? What if his sense of fulfillment came from seeing his team members develop, learn new abilities, and see the cooperative evolution of their joint efforts, rather than the bottom line at the conclusion of a fiscal quarter? This reinterpretation of the pursuit of happiness changes its fundamental meaning. It shifts from a mad dash to creating conditions that encourage happiness to appear. It entails cultivating passions, preserving relationships, and giving acts meaning. View happiness as a result of living a purposeful and meaningful life, not the ultimate goal. It becomes more accessible just by its very nature. Envision a society where the pursuit of a profound and enduring sense of fulfillment takes precedence. This fulfillment stems from meaningful relationships and intrinsic values, rather than chasing brief moments of happiness or financial success. This strategy welcomes a complex view of happiness that develops naturally within the fabric of relationships, experiences, and human development. This viewpoint also recognizes that happiness is frequently elusive when it's deliberately pursued. It might leave people feeling empty within, as if there's a state that they're after, but it's just out of grasp. By shifting attention to fulfilling activities, meaning relationships, and enriching experiences, people create the conditions for pleasure to emerge on their own. The search for happiness becomes a meaningful journey. It's defined by discovering and appreciating life's many parts, rather than chasing an elusive destination. It means appreciating the everyday, getting fulfillment from one's own development, and accepting the interdependence of all human experiences. In essence, the pursuit of happiness without chasing it involves a fundamental shift in perspective. It requires a conscious choice to prioritize experiences, connections, and personal growth. This is over the ephemeral pursuit of a singular emotion. In this paradigm, happiness becomes a harmonious melody woven into the symphony of a purposeful and fulfilling life. This melody is discovered by embracing the richness of life's many dimensions, not by relentless pursuit. As English writer and speaker Alan Watts said, "Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it will elude you. But if you turn your attention to other things, it will come and sit softly on your shoulder. Seek not the things which should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life." Epictetus. Stoicism, a philosophy refined by luminaries such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, advocates a distinct approach to happiness. This approach is not dependent on the never-ending pursuit of transient pleasures. An old-school way of thinking says something different about finding happiness. It tells us to stop always running after happiness and instead find peace within ourselves. So, instead of just chasing after happiness all of the time, it's more about the journey itself, finding contentment along the way, rather than just trying to reach some hard-to-find happiness. Through the lens of Stoicism, a philosophy founded on the quest for inner tranquility, a different narrative emerges. This narrative challenges the conventional pursuit of happiness. Moreover, Stoicism places immense emphasis on virtue. It prioritizes the cultivation of moral excellence over the pursuit of transient pleasures. According to Stoic teachings, pursuing virtue aligns with eudaimonia. Eudaimonia is a state of flourishing and profound well-being that goes beyond momentary happiness. Eudaimonia isn't a fleeting emotion, it's a sustained state of fulfillment. It arises from leading a purposeful, morally upright life. One can see how the paths to happiness are remarkably different by contrasting this quest for eudaimonia with hedonism. Hedonism is the philosophy that promotes the unrelenting pursuit of pleasure. Hedonistic activities promise instant satisfaction. However, they often result in a fleeting and shallow sense of happiness. This happiness is dependent on outside cues. On the other hand, the Stoic quest for eudaimonia creates long-lasting happiness by securing people in their moral principles and good deeds. This opens the door to a more purposeful life. In today's frantic pace, the age-old wisdom passed down by ancient philosophers needs adaptation to suit our contemporary lifestyles. How can one, amidst the clamour of modernity, tether themselves to the pursuit of meaning? They cherish incremental growth with each passing day. Cultivate purpose. The paradigm shift from chasing happiness to nurturing purpose becomes paramount. Rather than fixating on happiness as the ultimate goal, invest your energy into identifying activities that resonate with your core values. Look into hobbies, consider volunteering, explore career avenues that match your genuine interests and principles. The purpose isn't a destination, but an ongoing journey. It's about aligning your actions with what truly matters to you. This contributes to a deeper sense of fulfillment beyond fleeting happiness. Seek growth and learning. Finding fulfillment hinges on the continuous journey of personal growth and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Engaging in the pursuit of knowledge expands horizons. It also fosters a sense of fulfillment in the journey itself. This pursuit includes books, acquiring new skills, or diving into diverse subjects. Embrace the process of growth as a source of satisfaction and progress, driving you towards a more fulfilled existence. Develop meaningful relationships. Amidst the digital era, genuine connections are the building blocks of contentment. Dedicate time and effort to nurturing authentic relationships with your community. Also, do this with your family and friends. Shared experiences and deep connections are vital in fostering a profound sense of contentment and belonging. Invest in relationships that nourish your soul, for they are the pillars supporting a fulfilling life. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is the fertile soil where contentment blossoms. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude by consciously acknowledging and appreciating the positives in your life. A gratitude journal or daily reflections on blessings serve as reminders of the abundance surrounding you. Shifting your focus from what's lacking to what's present magnifies overall happiness and satisfaction. Embrace mindfulness. In the whirlwind of modern life, mindfulness anchors you in the present moment. Instead of perpetually chasing happiness on the horizon, mindfulness enables a deeper appreciation of the here and now. It's about being fully present in each moment, whether through deep breathing, meditation, or heightened awareness of surroundings. Embrace the richness of each experience without dwelling on the past regrets or future worries. Live in harmony with your ideas. Living authentically and in alignment with your values forms the cornerstones of genuine contentment. Ensuring that your actions and choices resonate with your core beliefs brings a profound sense of harmony and fulfillment. It's not about conforming to external expectations. Instead, it's about staying true to yourself and fostering an unwavering sense of inner peace. Accept imperfections. Life's tapestry is woven with imperfections and setbacks. Embracing these challenges as opportunities for personal growth is key. Instead of seeing them as insurmountable barriers to happiness, resilience in the face of adversity nurtures inner strength and contentment. Understand that failures and setbacks are not endpoints, but stepping stones towards personal evolution. Integrating these principles into daily life fosters a more profound and enduring sense of fulfillment. When you prioritize purpose, growth, genuine connections, gratitude, mindfulness, alignment with values, and resilience, you embark on a journey. Contentment isn't an elusive destination, but a continuous state of being. It's a life rich in purpose, growth, and genuine joy from within. The search for happiness is an intriguing journey. It's often full of setbacks, disappointments, revelations. A timeless truth is that happiness cannot be found in the chase alone. This truth is echoed in the story of the boy, the teenager, the young adult, and the successful businessman. These stories capture the human desire to pursue happiness through outward means. They discover a recurring whole within. Our actions are frequently driven by our own wishes and societal norms, which sends us on a never-ending quest for transient joys. However, once attained, these moments elude us like sand grains, leaving us pining for something that is out of reach. The paradox of hedonism illuminates the irony in our relentless pursuit. It reveals that the direct chase for happiness makes it increasingly elusive. As we strive feverishly for joy, it often eludes us, leaving us gasping for contentment just beyond our reach. Henry Sidgwick's examination of this conundrum in The Method of Ethics highlights just how difficult it is to pursue happiness as a sole objective. According to his observations, pleasure comes from doing worthwhile, useful activities. It's not something that can be directly attained. We are prompted to consider the times when our focus on achieving a goal eclipsed the beauty of the journey. We were unable to enjoy the process. Huge goals frequently promise happiness in the end, yet achieving them may leave one feeling empty rather than fulfilled. This insight forces us to consider what satisfaction really is. It also makes us think beyond the never-ending chase of happiness. The shift in perspective invites us to consider that happiness is not a destination, it's a companion along life's intricate voyage. It is a subtle presence. It is discovered amidst diverse emotions, experiences, and connections. These constitute human existence. Alan Watts compared happiness to a butterfly. This metaphor resonates deeply. It highlights that pleasure is more elusive when we actively seek it out. The Stoic philosophy echoes this idea. It promotes a radical change in perspective from pursuing happiness to discovering inner calm. Hedonism promotes the pursuit of fleeting pleasures. In contrast, eudaimonia resonates as a sustained path to contentment. It's a state of flourishing with built-in resilience and virtue. We set out on a road towards lasting contentment. We develop a sense of purpose. We accept growth. We foster connections. We practice appreciation. We live intentionally. We are true to our beliefs. We accept our shortcomings. These ideas provide a roadmap and direction for the contemporary psyche. It wants to be content without always pursuing happiness. Happiness in this endeavor is no longer a faraway illusion, but rather a complex melody woven into the symphony of life with meaning. It does not materialize by unrelenting pursuit. Instead, It arises by accepting life's many facets. Find contentment in the ordinary. It comes through personal development. It also comes from realizing that all of your actions have an effect to you and the environment. Find joy in participating in this little interwoven performance that we call life.